Good afternoon and welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View this afternoon. Yes, it is Tuesday afternoon. I'm back with another video because Celtic have been linked with another goalkeeper from Turkey, and Adam Aida is thinking that he might get a permanent move to Celtic. And also in this video, we're going to be looking at Celtic Park. Celtic have started a new thing. They have signed up with Ticketmaster to have a 3D look around the ground. So you can go in and you can pick your seat and you can tell what the view looks like. So in this video, we're going to look at that, and I'm going to have a look at my old seat back in Celtic Park. So let's look at the video. First of all, the promo video. As you can see, it just zooms into Celtic Park, which is quite cool. Shows you the top tier, goes right around past where the Green Brigade is, and then back around towards the main stand. And it's actually quite cool. The graphics, I mean, what they can do with the graphics and that these days, and AI is going to be quite interesting, especially for football. And the coming season, now we're at the Celtic end, and then it goes down behind the goals at the Celtic end, and obviously that's in tow with Ticketmaster, so you can buy your tickets. I'll put the link to the Celtic story about this. You'll probably get an email about it, if you go to the Celtic website. Celtic FC launch virtual venue digital Celtic Park experience is the headline. Celtic Football Club, in conjunction with official partner Ticketmaster, are delighted to announce the launch of Celtic Park as a virtual venue. Right, let's jump on to the virtual venue and go back to where my old seats were. Which one will go to first? Because I had a seat up here, first of all. It's about there, wasn't it? 208 there. And it should, there we go. There's where I was in corporate. That was my leather seat. That was the view I had from the leather seats at Celtic Park. So if you haven't had a seat in there, it's about £2 a ticket at the time I left. It's probably more than that now. And it's considering I gave that up a good few years ago. And then let's look at where I had my seat before then. Yep. And a 111 row there. And then we go there. There's my seat from 111 from many, many moons ago. That was obviously before the Green Brigade moved in that section. And I was also in there when they moved into that section. But yes, I had a ticket there for a lot of years. A lot of years. And it's a fantastic view of the ground. And it is. So tell me what you think about that. You can go in at any part of the ground. You can go in and see the quiet end, the Celtic end, and you can see what your ticket looks like from there, from right behind the goals. Cracking view right behind the goals. But let me see what the posh ones are. Have you ever wondered what kind of view the directors get? The directors box row L. We'll go to the directors box row L, and we'll see the view that the directors. This is the view that the directors get, where they're sitting and they can see everything that goes on over in section 111 and the seating, the rail section, which is it's nice to see what they see. And it's nice to see what the posh seats get, and they get their free drink and their lunch and everything before the game, and we get pizza, overpriced pizza, flat Coke, and you'd be as well just going into some of the sections in Celtic Park and just getting the real stuff. Anyway, that's enough of that. Celtic have been linked with a goalkeeper. But first of all, Celtic are looking, it looks like they might be looking for two goalkeepers in the next transfer window, which is unfortunate. Obviously, with Joe Hart retiring, Benjamin Siegrist was on his way out the door to Sturm Graz, I think it was, in December. Talks were on go for about a month, and then that deal fell through. Aberdeen are eyeing a move for Celtic's third choice goalkeeper, Benji Siegrist, in the summer. According to a report, the 32-year-old has barely played for Celtic since completing his move from Dundee United in the summer of 2022, making just 2 League Cup appearances and falling way behind Joe Hart and Scott Bain. In the pecking order, Scott Bain will always be our number 2, strangely enough. But Celtic will be looking for a number 1. And if they're looking for a number 1, they'll also be looking for a number 3. This is completely bizarre, isn't it? The Daily Record have claimed that the current Aberdeen number 1 Ross Kelly Roos is out of contract in the summer and is likely to move on. The Dons recruitment team have placed Siegrist high up in the potential list of targets. Siegrist is under contract at Celtic until 2026, so he has 2 years left on his contract. It wouldn't take a lot of money to get him from Celtic. We can guarantee that, and Celtic would be good to get him out the door. Has he been hard done by? People say he's a fantastic keeper, but he's the goalkeeper that got Dundee United relegated. He's the keeper that got Dundee United relegated back in the day. So although he did have a good season for them, it's going to be an interesting time. Celtic Leela Bada situation looks like he could be going to America. Reports in Israel are saying that the 22-year-old winger is in talks with Atlanta United, who signed the big grumpy Greek from Celtic. Celtic sold the grumpy Greek to him. Could they about to sell another player that wants away from Celtic? He wants away from Celtic. Celtic don't want to sell him, but he does want away because of the ongoing support for Israel. And, it is what it is. He's not thinking about the war's a terrible thing on both sides, and what's happening in Gaza is absolutely disgusting on the way that I'm seeing it. But anyway, this is all about football. The stance on Adam Ida. Adam Ida wants to sign for Celtic permanently if given the chance. And another goalkeeper that Celtic have been looking at is a Turkish international goalkeeper. Who plays in his homeland of Turkey, Transinbor. He plays for them, and he's been linked with Celtic. The 27-year-old is their club captain. He's been with the club for around 12 years, but he's expected to move in the summer. He was named keeper with the highest save percentage in Europe just 2 years ago, and he was linked last year with the move to Southampton. That fell through. He's previously been linked with Liverpool and Borussia Dortmund as backup goalkeepers. He has 3 years left on his contract. He wouldn't come cheap, it has been suggested, but Trabzonspor, they're trailing the Galatasaray in the league, and it's been suggested that he wants to try a new situation. Celtic obviously are looking for a new goalkeeper in the summer, a new number one. Will it be him? Celtic are going to get linked with umpteen goalkeepers between now and the end of the season. I just hope that Celtic do not thrash it out until the end of the transfer window. We know we need a goalkeeper, Celtic. We know we need a goalkeeper. Get a goalkeeper that you want. Target him, make a move to the club before the transfer window opens, start talks. You can start talks with clubs before transfer window opens and get the man in at the start of the summer. Before pre-season starts, I want him, as soon as the season's finished, as soon as the transfer window opens, I want a goalkeeper signed within the first week. If we don't, it is complete negligence by the boards. There, rant over. Join me for another rant this evening, 6 o'clock Celtic Park time, where we can talk about goalkeepers. We can talk about the one and only Joe Hart. We can talk about anything you like, because it's Tuesday. And then we'll talk about the game tomorrow. Yes, we'll talk about Celtic versus the mighty ones, Dundee.